Hello students, welcome to CBSE Grade 10 Mathematics. In this video, we will continue our chapter on real numbers. This is part 8 of the chapter. In this part, we will revise and strengthen important concepts related to real numbers that are very useful for board examinations. We will understand the idea step by step using clear explanations and examples. By the end of this lesson, you will feel more confident in solving real number problems. Let us begin today's learning journey. Let us understand the given question step by step. The question asks us to find the largest number that divides 445, 572, and 699, leaving remainders 4, 5, and 6 respectively. First, remember an important rule. If a number leaves a remainder when dividing another number, then the divisor exactly divides the difference between the number and the remainder. So, we subtract the given remainders from the given numbers. From 445, subtract 4. We get 441. From 572, subtract 5. We get 567. From 699, subtract 6. We get 693. Now, the required number must exactly divide 441, 567, and 693. So, the required number is the highest common factor of these three numbers. Let us find the highest common factor. 441 can be written as 3 squared multiplied by 7 squared. 567 can be written as 3 raised to the power 4 multiplied by 7. 693 can be written as 3 squared multiplied by 7 multiplied by 11. Now, we take the common factors with the smallest powers. The common factor is 3 squared multiplied by 7. 3 squared multiplied by 7 is equal to 63. Therefore, the highest common factor is 63. Hence, the largest number that divides 445, 572, and 699, leaving remainders 4, 5, and 6 respectively, is 63. The question asks us to find the smallest number which, when increased by 17, becomes exactly divisible by both 520 and 468. First, we understand the idea. If a number becomes divisible by both given numbers after adding 17, then the increased number must be a common multiple of 520 and 468. To get the smallest such number, we find the least common multiple of 520 and 468. Now, let us find the least common multiple. 520 can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 13. 468 can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 13. To find the least common multiple, we take all prime factors with the highest powers present. So, we take 3 factors of 2, 2 factors of 3, 1 factor of 5, and 1 factor of 13. Multiplying these gives 4680. So, the smallest number that is exactly divisible by both 520 and 468 is 4680. Now, let us find the required number. Let the required number be a number which, when increased by 17, becomes 4680. So, the required number is 4680 minus 17. This gives 4663. Therefore, the smallest number which, when increased by 17, is exactly divisible by both 520 and 468, is 4663. First, let us understand the idea of co-prime numbers. Two numbers are called co-prime numbers if they have no common factor other than 1. This means that the only number which can divide both of them exactly is 1. For example, when the fraction 16 by 36 is simplified, it becomes 4 by 9. The numbers 4 and 9 do not have any common factor except 1. So, 4 and 9 are co-prime numbers. In general, if two numbers are co-prime, they have no common factor other than 1. Let us look at some examples of co-prime numbers. 12 and 17 are co-prime because they have no common factor other than 1. 21 and 22 are co-prime because their factors are different and only one is common. 33 and 40 are also co-prime for the same reason. Now, let us understand an important property related to prime numbers. Let p be a prime number. If p divides the square of a number, then p also divides that number itself. In simple words, if a prime number divides the square of a number, it must divide the original number. For example, if 2 divides the square of 8, then 2 also divides 8. Similarly, if 7 divides the square of 35, then 7 also divides 35. This property is very useful while solving questions related to real numbers and proofs. Prove that root 5 is irrational. We will prove this using the method of contradiction. First, let us assume that root 5 is a rational number. If root 5 is rational, then it can be written in the form a divided by b, where a and b are integers, b is not equal to 0, and a and b have no common factor other than 1. So, we assume that root 5 equals a divided by b. Now, multiply both sides by b. This gives root 5 multiplied by b equals a. Next, we square both sides of the equation. After squaring, we get 5 multiplied by b squared equals a squared. This means that 5 divides a squared. If 5 divides a squared, then 5 must also divide a. So, we can say that a is a multiple of 5. Let us write a as 5 multiplied by some integer c. Now, substitute this value of a back into the earlier equation. We get 5 multiplied by b squared equals 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by c multiplied by c. This simplifies to b squared equals 5 multiplied by c squared. This shows that 5 divides b squared. If 5 divides b squared, then 5 must also divide b. So now we see that 5 divides both a and b. But this is a contradiction. We initially assumed that a and b have no common factor other than 1. Here, both a and b are divisible by 5, which means they are not co-prime. This contradiction shows that our original assumption is wrong. Therefore, root 5 is not a rational number. Hence, root 5 is an irrational number. Question. Prove that 3 plus to root 5 is an irrational number. We will prove this statement using the method of contradiction. First, let us assume that 3 plus to root 5 is a rational number. If a number is rational, it can be written in the form a divided by b, where a and b are coprime integers and b is not equal to 0. So, we assume that 3 plus to root 5 can be written as a divided by b. Now subtract 3 from both sides. This gives to root 5 equal to a divided by b minus 3. Now take a common denominator on the right side. So we get to root 5 equal to a minus 3b divided by b. Next, divide both sides by 2. This gives root 5 equal to a minus 3b divided by 2b. Now observe carefully. The numerator a minus 3b is an integer because a and b are integers. The denominator to b is also an integer. So the entire expression a minus 3b divided by 2b is a rational number. This means root 5 is rational. But we already know that root 5 is an irrational number. So this result contradicts a known fact. Therefore, our assumption that 3 plus to root 5 is a rational number is wrong. Hence, we conclude that 3 plus to root 5 is an irrational number. Question 3 Part 1. Prove that 1 divided by root 2 is an irrational number. We will prove this using the method of contradiction. First, we will rationalize the denominator. 1 divided by root 2 can be written as root 2 divided by 2. Now let us assume that root 2 divided by 2 is a rational number. If a number is rational, it can be expressed in the form a divided by b, where a and b are coprime integers and b is not equal to 0. So we assume that root 2 divided by 2 is equal to a divided by b. Now multiply both sides by 2. This gives root 2 equal to 2 divided by b. Since a and b are integers, 2 is also an integer. So the right side is a rational number. This means root 2 is rational. But this contradicts the known fact that root 2 is an irrational number. Therefore, our assumption that root 2 divided by 2 is a rational number is wrong. Hence, root 2 divided by 2 is an irrational number. Since 1 divided by root 2 is equal to root 2 divided by 2, we conclude that 1 divided by root 2 is an irrational number. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this lesson on real numbers helped you understand the concepts clearly. If you found this video useful, please like this video and share it with your friends who are studying the same topic. Do subscribe to this channel to get the next part of Real Numbers, where we will continue with more important concepts and exam-oriented questions. If you have any doubts or questions, feel free to write them in the comments section. I will try my best to reply and help you. Keep learning, stay motivated, and see you in the next video. Thank you.